process these people for prosecution. The now was operation about staff who watching them. I say handle over a nearby police station. Now all your further investigation. Now it will process you for court. It will be a cooperation and that's all the price, you know. But the nearby police station. Now it's sorry. This is the case you know on special cases for the I think I don't know the more power on the champion attack or non the champion area on staff on the don't know I transfer bank I'm my case in any come home. Now everything be a tour, a dear should be a bro minor. Do work only on the career at the bank cry. Obeka man TV to be a cool of things that best one career. Now it will fast until one original command. I didn't see any more mobile. Sompa FM. Back to me. And phobia, I think there's no boom with you or as well. Exactly, you know, cantonment police is now. Adwoa Asare, AKOSUA. Yes, the coin Nipa Zakao handed them to the neighbor police station. Further investigation is ongoing. Said the Adwoa. Yeah, process for court. But I did this and the big currency. Special tribunal court system. And the guarantee was them. And it is our court ever begin.
Na India ya sempa mum because one betimi specialized court bisa for cases we na mejidi se omanfo dodo no ebeji atom se yade ebeboa but se court no yenya nyaye na emra no kura na senkrata no kura wo munya anyi tumu ma ne meye mrai for now no arrest ne de ebekoso ne ekeke ka ho enti me pese me bisa se yebetimi abo bi kwadu emprempren yi se ye kire no for galamsey.
Oh, because I'm going to a house no Adwoa. Almost 80 various stages of court prosecution. About 900 prosecutorial processes ongoing. If you say in your court systems from Kono, assembly of the AKOSUA capital, there be AKOSUA. I am to say now the normal court system. Some of the Dada. And these are the guarantee be a confra after the many also keep the many not what the brand new not be check. And as I said, you by Muslim one, I was soon, you know. Some 900 was at least any mobile even 100 of judgments. And so, I talk with you. I know I heard in the court system for a baby. Basically, you know, the resources, the time. Then the I have one and no, the money we are no young fan.
Sompa FM.
It will serve as deterrence. And any panel I didn't come to fear the emanations can hear that. The moment said, now what they about because you and I really see the attention. I don't need to December woman. So that by one more you do that I'm saying the two idea big down near the end. Woman, I just sacra. And you see, I don't idea can see I in again and say, I bet but Mammy come with the cases to say. And yet, the Adwoa independence over that national danda no. Need any issue. And yet, the Abaya person on one month for Nagger the near to me. So, Abaya Trajan should move who said, "Don't one, a good you know, and one of the zone dear whether they go soon." Then so something in a bite to me and he said, Papa Bia, or they one watch your more campaign to 20 in alcohol. The Sukan Yas as you made it so. And the Chrome was in Slovenia, will be the room one or the nation so. Quite a video when you are not in the nation so. That is not a justification in any way. But as our minds, we can also bury our heads in the sun like an ostrich and pretend to say all is well. When you have something and staff will do. And if you do the responsible cooperative mind, no. I buy yes, you say I would do PR. Just Enra. And no question, Agyeiwaa for Emmanuel Augustine, sector minister, national coordinator of cooperative mining, engineer lawyer Frank Asare Pedro, and Nanoma him for what Agyeiwaa Bukazo as a staff company for Apam company for net. Just say you are seeing in Asia Agyeiwaa Bukazo. First, responsible cooperative mining operating permit. The Diamo don't see no more. I understand no more. In the coming days, nobody see a called Kasim, nobody see a called Gubani in the Bristol South, nobody see a called Talency, nobody see a called Kadima, Obedi say a kokru with the Krupe, the Savannah region. Let's see a kokru with the doctor in that Punia, a common yanni de Kamo. Meaning, I almost the end of the year. You could be cooperative man and maybe over. Then if I know it. And I would say the one another kind say, wow, we need your video, baby. I could do. As a Muslim, you have been in a kutu Moses room. And then they are buying a large scale mining company. I don't know that. I just asked Father, I didn't mind it. Wow, Maham, Abia, Mamma, and Papa. So now, one leg, now one leg, now one leg. Now the good things with the Sazano. And then anonymous, we have to may have put the kind. Oh, my hero, after his vehicle and son of bankers, you know, I'm a phone circle. It is a witness, said, as you pay a Bebuama, Koma, you we can be able to situate it in a proper context where livelihood will not be jeopardized. At the same time, environmental conservation will be a hallmark.
Yo, Ora Kabore, and Yama Mienu pet na fe Agyeiwaa Mwakome can't ni mienu nyina bom, but before that, no, my young Kayeti for say, Oba your Facebook page no swa. Sompa 106.5 FM Accra, ye the videos no egu on komono ye bono. Videos ni nyina egu ye Facebook page no so nti enya bosire muka. Na odofo ba na obehwese de ensuo ye hono no ne niema ye ewo empotam hono mo a. Na ehadwene di se nine mosofo wo mo abamu. Na Ora Kabore yenhye free time wa ye de sa tax force yi ebaye wo hye adwuma wo mo aye ne ade a ne edi kan anka mo we hye kura po senka nine moso ebeba ntem ne etoso mienu nyame ya domo a afidie AKOSUA nesa afefofra ye ba besi mu no edien wo manfo so enhye nim enfam free asoye hye nsase ensem so
The mechanic said Babia Namos watching a human of Kodrono, a so. Na that the people say one more year for 1 month of nurse almost in a become for. I know, and I see a cry. I just said I was 4 tunnel. I was the issue looking at. Mamma, typical example. There's a crime in the Ghana Water Resource Commission, I say. Now, COVID said Adwoa Asare. No man care on July, but so many could answer me no more. The cost of Prano will be made 2,820 NTU TBDT. Now, see a call was not Kukura could do 4,461.1. A chair there said enough Prano man care what Adwoa Asare Afona Fana. I was so many July no more. I couldn't. I was so many do and see that was say bones having important one or see if Nana was more when I ate him, or none for for that's what honor a you flow. We have hotel bit to say Konongo and Sompa FM. Sompa FM 2,000 NTU. Now so a blue was me do no yes I come as I know. Now at Tiaba 5,542. So let's say there has been significant improvement. And now with Zuma Dia, one more a year no war, but then more. You know, Uncle Ugokuputia Owesa, Insu and Subonteno, after July, not the ability near 612 NTU. When can say, and also at Tiaba 195, and also say, and Koso Abam. Panyako Ayuzu River after July, it was 768. I don't know to me to Panyaku treatment plant after October. Now it's part of 204. I don't know what I might be partially about for one zone. For me, I need to play with Casamba. It's almost budget the man winning was 15 million Ghana cedis. I feel I'm almost 150 million Ghana cedis. Or my Manpower from 500 staff to 1,000 staff. And that's why Mamia, Linya Mambo Nibin Kohonti, and Yamagusu second and they see are no point stopping the bleeding and making sure that we restore our natural resources. Ghana Funina Agyeiwaa and Shishi Mutitlu Namos said Namos or Kwa Yasha on the conclusion am mana fa no to apa afra na ye kan no ye say asem fa berima asem ba ko fa berima sorry ya say ye die that am saying anya ma pa aka ye na kra no ya na afa enu no mo zentre fo mani so as I said that am saying ni asem kase da pa so but there are wonderful things happening in other areas in yang kra na indi nkomo for instance or how about quite high ukruma pa yen sa se honsem sa sinti abushia bi ni abushia nka sa sinti ni afa bi afa atwese kai na so me no ka say minister say to achieve a total digitalization of our land administration no what in your convince are buying finance ministry for the first time land a land revenue ni adia o hama be be so an ke de kokoma ministry of finance no for the next 2-3 years, digitalizing the land administration of this country. Another Buama, Duniaba, another being uncle Bikra, it will twice as a mouth. Near Jacotrama, mini appealing prince, the Jacotrama more country. Near Trama, Menso as a chrono, Troma, little bit Siano, in that obedi, the big trap. I say, I never call my corruption, Nicola be the corruption. As the Land Commission was said, the whole also of the Bakumasi, that one improve most was a transfer place of Radia. Also, check and see me in Bakwa Petrata. Now the back room and Sano, but we had the transfer of Bakumasi by your land administration. A man bureaucracy near Diano, after Obakobi said, okay, the end Temua, for the Kubra, for Sempuaba, for Bodia Druga, for Famba and Chebra. Meaning, the minister said, a shell land commission saying, now, in decentralizing the land administration and land services. You can say, Land Commission achieving 90 new underserved districts are not Land Commission also to new one. Because your mind is say, Land Commission. But I understand. Man, see, be a what kind of happy no. I feel I didn't see going be here. Now there is a Land Commission officer. That boy, I'm a land administration, land services here. At the bank in the Ghana for. Now, making one to turn around time into a video with the whole Cracasia, the idea that would any at them, living me a approval.
Okay.
Thousand of commission. And you will be bureaucracy to the quantity here. Maybe we try every new license. Another copper mining license, I don't know a galaxy. But all the license regime, no, and the license processing for the doorstep of the mining communities. I can say you're halfway solving the problem. If you're not serious from Waba, every mining district, now mining, the Minerals Commission officer, you have to go home. I did be a bay, fear, and Sunny, Echo, Biasian. I did blame her, Krubia to me, be down my Ghana and the Rama in just 1 year. I did a friend of flag licenses. The whole world, or my own flag licenses, about timber get here. Indonesia, the whole
Yenso yeda se bebre emi se eno ano na yenim se ministry no mafa challenges ahodo bebre mu de ba se de waka no eno de enya de se ebetime bu because afa na adwuma na kra 9 months for ba be na mo Christmas message am ye sure se ministry no ma prepare se anye bi kra no bronya bre mu won sem de bi e de kire Ghana for 30 seconds ntem mpacho mo Christmas message atran no asese e de ama Ghana for any say
Adwoa Asare to near the Adana Nanomone Augustine Nasi. And it's a sacrifice. And I'm a we are to grab a beer, that's okay. Sans on Yamipano and ye di now what Naya Fasek to watch a sacrifice, a love for people, and I'm here to do a beer. Say if I say it being couldn't travel and say, my insuanity, the choir habamuna, we will need to do some sacrifices. The person of where you did, Minquani
of lands of war, just say, Yanim watchia, Fimuni, nyina ne abronya and ye to apetineja, na a monan near my hood one not to say, Yan somebody ye chef my air brain, and be to me a Christmas. Okay. Enti ebusuafo Ora Mahmood Kabori wono eye kasamafo ya woda asoye hwensase ene obo ade bobremu ne pa wode adomomen Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources no ena yene no ekodi nkomo fa niema hodo bi a wo modi egu akwam ne niema wo mo hwe nim se afefoforo no eya de se ebetimi akoso ewo nan mosofo wo mo akache kai wo se eye hot bite kase bo ewo Sompa 106 ba edwaman so na adepade eno ane ton ne ho yaze ba ye wo matimi abɔ modene ene wo mo anu wo mu ntimi mfe wo mo se wo bedwam nyina enne da bia no wo mo se eda hyire mu sanse eyade se wo mo se no aye den na asan ate enam ya space ene ne brush enti baabia wadidi bia nuane na kwakohyehyɛ no brush no ene ye papa a wodi twi wo se etimi yiyi impurities ni nyina afira bonten sɛ de bɛya wanum betumi ate wo mo anu wo mo ne omanfo kasa no wo mo katakata wo mo anu katakata wo mo hwene no sɛ si a wo bia confidence level no eyade sɛ akosoro yas toothpaste ene ne brush baabia ye ton sa ne me nyina supermarket ahodo mu shopping malls tables sofo obia store bia mu ura also pay yas toothpaste ene ne brush number wo be frɛ no mienu enkran 0501 619588 0501 619588 ene kumase 050139 0338 050139 0338 na woni mpanimfoɔ edi enkomo time herbal mixture ene ye kamfo ede ama enwumre se wobu wo horoma wo se me nipadua no me honam nyina ye me ya wo de da bia na wo complaini malaria eto so wo horoma asa wo hyew de wasa wo de wo fever bi na ba beto so wonu mukura to aduane enye wo da me pacho time herbal mixture baby ye to nuo bia wo benya bia to e wo hanum sei wo ko kan shi drug lane pharmacist na esa so nyina time herbal mixture abu e wo honom afi wo fitire ho pharmacy na e wo honom no wo mo tonton ni nkuma mu nyina wokɔ a yade se ubenya bi atonemum se bia wutu aton anasa wo pese wo frɛ na obisa bia ya wo betimi anya ne dodoɔ mu a number wo be frɛ no 0244 417669 0244 417669 eno time herbal mixture na ye di aduane ana dokono papa bi na ye ka dokono so de ane enka wo bia dokono se josofo wo mo hot cake ne bi 3 Ghana cedis pe hot ankasa enti enne wo matew bre so se wo ye program bi na wo pese wo tu dokono de serve wo hoho anampo de wo de dokono no wo ton eno na adwuma a wo ye say brabetu wo ye ho at 3 Ghana cedis na koton no bia 5 cedis ana 6 cedis ana 7 cedis wo de anesa wo betu mako no aye wo nkuru ma ache wo nam na wo de asi hu eno ano no enya fe na akopa abura begu nsuo makoyam na amfe na eho dabi sampenten kwane de yayi e de free ho dome eho e na obehunu Joss bread and pastries wo mo na akofa Joss hot cake no aba commercial bank na echi ho no mo number obefre 0256068832 0256068832 Onga mama nsano boafo eno ene spices papa ye DJ ne nuane na atimi akọ enkan ankasa se obu ho no mu a wo hye aduane no na se ababia wo bi a wo firi ba no na wate se aroma no kama de na epie efra bontin onga ena ye de aye enti aduane bi a wo ye se nkwan se fro ye se nam na wo steamy onga eno ene ye kamfo sanse FDA4 agyeatum uko edwama so a onga enye na pebitoy na entimi mua emma weduane no enye de RSYD Novigi Studios say bronya bremu mu amu shoot content mu amu ye mu birthday photo shoot mu amu twa shoot akese de ye mu programs ahodo content creators say bia wo professional studio bia ya set ne up ne directors a won be kire we kwan a won fa wo shoot no emfa so a RSYD Novigi Studios womo ene the best option ya esese ukohonom womo wo Malam Abase enkran hanum sei First Kokroko Street ho ena ubehunu RSYD Novigi Studio picture enida honom clear enyan wansena na bibia be nannamani bibia enida ho kama number obefra wo no book wo session no 0574 715778 0574 715778 and 0303 97 4822. Midimafo Herbal Center. I Dr. Time da so enono. Doctor se wo yade bia etete wo no fabra na wontimi enye ho adwuma emfama kama enti say ye stroke say diabetes say hypertension yade bia abeda wo so ache no mepacho Dr. Time da so ne ho ene sese woko enkran poku ase mayira kumase nso ebuo kwa gugu omo branch ni bi ewo ho 0244774282 0244774282 0500 Womo adaroma ene de hot bite kase bono ebremo na yetoa ensem no so ede amamo
yetoa hot bite no so dia abusua mede wura constitutional review committee wono mokwa asetena ekobobo enkomo ahodo a eba ye mra ne nchiama no mu ewose empanimfo etu ho anamon na de ewo akire bia ebebo aman no wono moyo no wo mawie achechire ne kunkumfa de akwakoma mampanin na no titinani ana otua wo ma no ne Professor Henry Kwesi Prempe bra wo moko pie mampanin abobo ano no ana wo ma wo makwa abani nyina wo mo ba akire akire wo mo nantese adwuma na empanimfo de hye wo mo nsa no wo makoye wie na wono mo wie no wo hwe amampanimfo abedi so awie ekro wo mo ne wo mo didi nkomo wo mo eka bi eba mu wo Ghana ha no dodo na eka se emfie nan ye de mamampani no eswa dodo kuma bi na samfie nan no kura ene se wo mfam waboa no ho campaign no ma wo mu nwie no na atija ne sa hunti senka wo mo de ko mfie numu a anka beboa na de enwuma da ni wura no ene yete no
that the 4-year term was short. And we also then learned that the emerging global norm was 5, and that we're proposing an extension by 1 more year. We have coupled that with certain recommendations on in the area of campaigning, because the claim was that the president takes about 6 months or so to set up, and then 1 year campaigning and all of that.
Enti abanesa adwuma no na kabri kuma bi ne se honti wo mo de recommend se ebewe a campaign tenten no kura no ya wo mo ntwa so eno achi nso kura wosan so ede bi so.
So we thought, okay, so if we then follow the example of other countries where there is a definite campaign period before which you cannot do electioneering, you can't put posters, can't put billboards, can't do jingles, can't do rallies. So we are proposing a campaign season, a short one, so that government will have time to govern, and that the people we elect to do the government's business will really have time to focus on governing as opposed to doing campaigning. So for the first time, we hope, if this is accepted, that we will have a political or electoral environment where campaigns, we do not run 24/7.
Na wasasemi hono de ekwa ebu aten de eba nso ebu na mom de wogina ho ankasa ne ebu aten turu we no ma yenkwa ahoma no so ne ne Dr. Abdul Jalilu Atieku nkodi nkomo wono wa ben pa e wa amanyo senchiremu legonsu apomu e ho no wodi ne dwuma mi wrati anka Sompa hot bite kase ni madwo
ya minya mejo so na mo hote sen
nyame hu ye mobo enim sasa na wabobo ano nso te
nyame ado me hu ye
mo yewra nyumre de nyawa tiawa Constitutional Review Committee wo mo findings a wo de akwakoto mampani animu yi ana atwetwe aso ne yebu sasa mo de mo ben wa amanyosem mu pa wono mo so se mampani e be ya nka enya mfie num esansa bre no campaign ne se wo betena sa hwe nkrata mu no e be wie na afekura atwam na de aka enti sa mfie num yi no Papa, more as political science lecturers. Muso musay.
Yo, mini ameda say, me fa afidi se ma tia ati wa chiefo nyina. Report na Constitution Review Committee edi by no so omo the title is transforming Ghana from electoral democracy to developmental democracy. At this level, was a movie from a Bibiano, electoral democracy, I think free, fair elections. Say, it's me to Aba, stability, a Bibia, every 4 years, be a to Aba as a democracy. But the fact is that democracy must lead, and was a Eddie BB, Eddie Breyer, improve human development, social and economic life, was a but sometimes no, to me and democracy election, we call election baby answer na that type of democracy and to me and for development and by internet was a more a bit to me at the development so to that extent it's a good thing. But I'm sorry the issue about say the term of office 4 years almost say 5 years. And say, well, me review ni na me da so read ni na there, but so far, me specific reason now emma say 5 years because
Sompa
I mean,
FM.
I say 5 years because of 8 years. Say because of the fact that 4 years it's a 1 full year. Like I said, it goes into election affect I think that. If you are focused, you put things in order. You should be able to do that. In the US, it's 4 years or more implemented a year, but we share over or even in West Africa, most of the French-speaking countries are a bit of 5 years, a bit was 7 years, right? Development bang and at the other. So we should also look at the fact to say that we increase it in years if you are more lucky, let's say my president be Obabe Mpuntu Ojuma or rolling out the policy in a year, you benefit from say the some of 5 years are fine. If you also are Mokoto Abanamuko Ubinso, you need Panso or Bano or the Bukra Esambe Kwaki, then you have to wait for another 5 years. That 1 year, answer over to me at 2, sir, the politics, the way now you run your politics, and never be we on Shakura, no dependence on your second term. So that you say 5 years. So in my view, I'm saying 4 years ago is okay. At the time now President Mahama was on the first time. When people were not happy about doing something, they voted him out. Now to me who say and then because of that vote now, NDC and President Mahama say they will repeat some of those things they say Ghanaians can punish you for it. So I hear about share something from it. Into share and then share or more life no BBR and then share life they have to take measures to be able to address that because of punishment now the amount share NPP so right after 4 years they really struggle for them to be for the other 4 years to be renewed but at the end of the day look at the situation now so Ghanaians, because of Ghanaians voted them out. If you look at it massively. So in my view, I think I'm not so convinced why we should move it from 4 years to 5 years. I'm not convinced. I've not seen any amount to me I'm proving with evidence. Say, this is a tangible year. The core 5 years it is going to be that. And so in my view, around us, there are some countries that are implementing 5 years. There are some countries that are implementing 7 years in West Africa, right? What is the development state of those countries? So in my view, I do not think that the 1 year that is coming to do any magic. In any case, we share the last 2023, from 2017. But at least the second Sompa FM. Nana Akufo-Addo. Up to the time Ghana for about 8 years ago, and a lot of things went. But within 1 year, you have to start buying 4 years ago, and after the end of 8 years, now you have to start buying. We are seeing difference. The difference now, and whether it is the goods, and never be so many other things are there. There are so many other things we can tangible see there. And never be there are certain differences via ABA. So if within 1 year, the NDC can do something like this, if they can continue to do second year, I see no reason why we'll be complaining about the fact to say this is 5 years. In my view, it's not convincing. It's not convincing at all. You move from 4 years to 5 years. They've not been able to put anything convincing beyond. So for me, I have heard this view for a long time. Some President Kufuor, obviously, increase the tenor. I asked the same question, say, what is there? There should be some tangible idea that you have demonstrated the 5 years now. these are the things that to me. But so far, it's not been convincing. So I was waiting. This Constitution Review Committee recommended that we should move it to 5 years. I was waiting to read to see whether they will be able to convince me. But in my view, so far, I'm not convinced that you move it from 4 years to 5 years.
And he said, "Beba mukra and yes, say more."
We are so far. If there are some convincing arguments, I was saying 5 years, then we have to, investigate that. But for now, they are not convincing that we should move it from 4 years to 5 years. It's just about two statements that we should move it. We should amend Article 66 Clause 2. You move it from 4 years to 5 years. What reasons are then? What information? There is nothing. But maybe because I've not read the whole thing. I'm still reading the entire. But at least from the presidency now, almost it should be focused and then to be an effective. I'm reading in the number. I'm that is convincing why we should be moving from 4 years to 5 years.
Na uye no kra mfie na ayemfiri won konfie nom no to nchen so a wono mo se mampani mfie no ya odi ansa na waba be pre Ghana banwa no mfie aduanan no wo mo nte so emre aduasa eno no nso wo so musen.
Yeah, well, basically, it's also that's another key thing, right? So why not 35? Why 30? Why are we moving from 40 to 30? Right? Why not 35? Why not 37? There should be reasons why if we are amending constitution, it should be well grounded. What are the reasons? You moving from this? Well, I may say because you share your population now, the youth constitute majority. And so the already you are moving from that age in echo into maybe that is the reason in my view. I think that I will tend to buy that one, looking at the fact that your population, youth, youth now and also. So when the BB so if you are able to move it by only the figure 30, if you are reducing it to maybe 35, 80, 30, I don't know what went into it. So in my view, if you want to look at it from the fact that the youth constitute an important part of your constituting the majority in a year, I think that one will be very sound in my view. But as to how they arrive at the 30 years is another. Maybe Augustine that why not 35, right? So, but if that is the reason behind, in my view, I think that is in that. So that point, I think that is. I will not have much to say on that. If you are reducing it from 40, looking at the youth package, the bracket, I think that one, in my view, will be okay. They have made other significant positions. If you are more than 57 ministers, right? Because already, Yanya Abambia, he's already working with about 55 or 56. So, and I think the previous Nana Kufuor time, also around the same figure. Right, so consensus. So if we have less than 50, it's okay. But almost start the clause to be able to say, anyway, it's yet to go to the draft test anyway. Almost start the clause to be able to say, but the president
Sompa FM
appointed more than appointing ministers, more than 57 now. He must write to Parliament for Parliament to consider and then agree by a simple majority. This is what I call the clawback clauses. I do not think that, it's necessary. In my view, who can cry? Maybe they have been just, later on additions. If you are making recommendations, because it's a problem. For over the years, young ministers, you're appointing, it could be 120 or even more, right? But for 1 year, they have about 50, 55 or 56 ministers. And they do far more than 120 and also 125, right? So if you are capping it 57, cap it at 57. But don't add another clause there. If you are capping it at 57, let it be 57. As simple as that, right? But you don't add another clause and say ABR, or exceed. What are the grounds? And also there is also once agree in principle say some carton whether it is 57 or any figure below 50, it's okay. It shouldn't be more than 50. But once you cap that, don't give the president another the the person can appoint going through another layer, maybe through parliament. Yeah, if you are capping, just cap it 57, 57. If it is 50, 50. And they even added another clause over there saying the president, should not appoint deputy regional ministers. Isn't necessary. Once you have capped there, don't appoint more than 57. You leave it there. Whether the president is going to appoint, because a particular president will come. Doctor, looking at the decentralization. Yes.
Doctor.
Yes.
Mamem fam pem hawo ho. Enkomo na afie na asase. Ye bedo atrim pa nti bire ni ho no ye be sada abo wopunu mu na afie ya bo no ba ko mienu miensa se de wo mo hyehye no no a na ye di ho nkomo nwumre me ye na wase ene wo bra wanyama Sompa hot boy kwase ye bo no. Yewra Jalilu Abdul Ateku, Dr. Kennedy ho, or political science lecturer at University of Ghana, Legon. One in China ye could come off a constitutional review committee. One more recommendation or medical man penny.
And a committee in a report, how much Ghana man penny one also so much na akan be amodia to judge Rosa Wabotre at the Aquacoma Liga Council now for Attorney General one so Babatanasi. Now one Mashishimo na enche a free Yamaya Domoa a fofraya besimbono was say a bano abapao abajokubi a one so Batanasi no more say Constitutional Review Committee no report no more by and I say ye Jim
Sompa FM.
This report has come at the right time. We will implement it in a bipartisan manner. All of us would come together and implement as many of the provisions as possible. I take, for instance, the issue of the Council of State and the enormous powers the government, the president is giving to make appointments. I believe that the Council of State giving a bigger role in those appointments will create more credibility in terms of people who are appointed to those positions. Of course, the president will still sign the appointment letters, but the Council of State will go through the process of identifying the persons to be appointed. So these are all some of the teasers I was giving before, which you are now hearing. Then I want to thank the committee very much.
I was sorry, Ghana man penny ye Rajon Dramani Mahama.
War and some for emuno a buying lawyer penny Attorney General Tanayo no Kroya ne swafwa. Was shot and trainee and some so Dr. Dominic Kayine and what they are to a just say and che a buying no de Shigua Quemsa de Beya. Wound to me farms, Womba Boniquedua Fay, a more quantity for Hodua Womodan, and not just the chema wound to me, Jim Trinima and Pipiam you could nasum and a year cane. Now, wa bra and ne were friends and joyful she one more didn't know din some air to a journal. What just she more economic and organized crime office a yoko edumacun womoyeno. Woman ya dance ya crapa a broso, ya santansa no idea yan tam, a ya wound to me farms and a quantity for no womutritono, a ya dear sa womo dance ya woman chantro. A fee for Jira who do be a bemun and swam or minor, Woma Boka a sum 24 million Ghana cedis any a chile. Yes, I see a botreno, interest, ya ababeto sunyanaka ho, and aquaco do sa 24 million Ghana cedis near trainer. Now a bra what they and some no air to a jano say, and a Dr. Ekano was say you could do brunyana ba pe. Na chese e yade se kwadubo no e ba be hyase na ni nyina no e Exim Bank womo ensensema hodo a e beto e montene so.
This forged receipt was then submitted to Exim Bank as proof that he had purchased the equipment after the disbursement of the loan facility. Investigations established that Chairman Wontumi did not purchase any equipment and as such could not register any equipment in the joint names of Exim Bank and Wontumi Farms Limited as per the loan conditions, even though funds were disbursed to him to that effect. A contract. In the face of the evidence we have gathered in this investigation, we have made the decision to prosecute Wontumi Farms and its directors with defrauding by false pretenses, forgery, and causing financial loss to the state in the sum of 24,255,735 Ghana cedis.
And what she and Attorney General Ede Atu just say nyo no nko na Owura Percival Kofi Akpalu ya wono so eya manyuni wone ne ho kani wo nyina so wo musu se sika botene bi afa wo nsase a eye koko board contract bi a ye de ma wo ho ne ho nsensem ebeto montene wo say saa Owura no ene ne ho kani no so wo so enche wɔn deɛ nam kwan so.
Our investigations confirm that Agyeiwaa Pomah was unaware of both the existence of the Pomah Ghana Limited, that is the second company, and the diversion of the funds until Cocoa Board contacted her in June 2024 regarding outstanding balances on the contract. She subsequently discovered that Apalu had collected and misdirected the payments without her consent. The suspects who have been investigated are Percival Kofi Apalu, Pomah Ghana Limited, the Pomah with the H, and Delvin Apalu, his wife. That is the spouse of Kofi Apalu. It's fast becoming fashionable to commit crimes with spouses these days. Our investigations confirm that Agyeiwaa Pomah was unaware of both the existence of the Pomah Ghana Limited, that is the second company, and the diversion of the funds until Cocoa Board contacted her.
Enti enu wachire mu no senanse mu die mi se government officials ne amanyofo no sebe wɔn de wɔn nsa ɛbɔ aba sika ni mu sa adeɛ no a ɛnyɛ wɔn nko ano wɔn yɛ wɔn ne wɔn yere no mo ne wɔn busuafo nyinaa ka ho na no ayi ba fa stock fo papa yi wɔn nso se na yiri gyina mu dendende a ɛnya asɛm kuma kyɛ sɛ owura dubu ahen no mu nyinaa no wɔn yere no mu gyina mu ɛna ayi Kofi Apalu deɛ nso aba bɛto so nto ɔse yɛ adeɛ bi ase na nsɛm mu saa trend no a ɛna ɛkɔ nti ɔpanyina yɛte ne nkan yi ɛyɛ Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayine.
And Sadia Wobo so a Wobo causing financial loss to the state, you know.
Sompa
You're at about force and soon be forced on the AKOSUA office. Say, Papa, why, yeah, you may be a. I say, acquire cocoa football, but only any more and parcel. As I say, one casa at 3 years grass be a word 3 be a man of home. Nanso, and penimphobia as a woman's can be any day, where you are more free to and say a cobra of woman care discrimination. Na sasemi we ba for sesare we Ghana ni na wono akria science entroni wono na agina se no mu dendenden asama na asemi de ko shiraje office enti wo tworo krata no na wodi date share so se bo so mene de to so dadu na nkono na wo tworo krata no na chese na na ofie de ye besene ye na wo tworo ne sa na nso a wo de koye na Yewura Joseph ta shiraje commissioner ene ne dom so wo mo eje krata no na emunsem na na-eche se saa asem we no ententem wo mo mfre Yewura to ba forcing na ehwemu mapa bi ese wo mo yekosi ase no wonom enyo esanse wo hwe Ghana mra ne nchiama eno na yekoto so no bra no ayebosom kese Article 287 clause 1 no etiasa adi eno achi usan so kwa na okọ criminal general investigative mandate no nso a wo mo article no 218 clause A eni yi ni nyina eno nso etia ne sa honti wo de krata na ba se ni monimu ya yemfre Yewura to ba forcing na wo mo mfo so no nokure bia wo mu no wonyi metopa so ansa na ne eni ho aba.
Human Rights Division de ma Accra High Court one so akwasetena mapie mpanyi justice Nana Bureau etna dwamu no wahye se freelance journalist bi a friend se Innocent Samuel Apia wo mo de injunction ato no so dendenden sa ensem wa animu a wo twetwere de kwato social media no so arefa awra bi a friend se Cynthia Agyeiwaa no won hwese ne kine yada wo de full stop e besituo afei court no aboneka 10,000 Ghana cedis ya no so e wo se otua na ne nyina mu no wan mu kiremu a na se owura front sa Innocent Samuel Apia yi cheza woyensem churoni na wono de ne woni radio station bia na wono aye ne de ne wo suma sese ye hwehwemu ankasa feko na ensema wodo bi okwochorotro ye de fa oba pa Cynthia Agyeiwaa no wono mo kire se woba no awura no de na kokoto a wasiw no se chese eseni osi bi kiro nsem wono no kwasem no se enyade a etesa e wo kwa bia so anam so amakoto no akire mu se wo mo se wo man no Ghana mamra ama ho kwan sensem trofo tumi ye de wo mo pe wo mo chorotro nsem de nanso se obeka nsem atwe akra na de wo ankasa sika bebre wo nemu afoforo bie no emfa sika mre wo nemu madie nim guase beba de enya de akoto betena se arehwehwem kra ana wo betena se ayenhwe han na won mo hwemu kakra won mo ye ne kire sensem no a wapanyi pa no kyerɛ no emu fa dodo no a enya de a etesa ne sa ne nti Innocent Samuel Apia won mo twa sika betena de ato no so 10,000 Ghana cedis ya wose otua ewie kire a won sa de junction ato no so a eni kwan se oba pa Cynthia Agyeiwaa watworo nsem otesa edefa no ho
ye to asore wosem abeto dwa ene se mobile money shop bi ya phone shop nso bata enchen ni nyina eja atom ama nneɛma na hyedworo bɛka so walantu ɛna saa rekusemi esi ye wutu senya East Mensino emu ɛwɔ mfimfini mantam enadwada anopa yia na manebɔ no ekyiremu sɛ egya ne hyase efiri container bia na ɛhɔ no na yɛ phone shop no ɛne sɛ ɛbɛtrɛ yɛbɛfa baabi a na mobile money shop ne wanie emu nneɛma de wo mo kyerɛ sɛ ɛyade sɛ ne nyinaa dworobɛ na Abdul Rahim ɛyɛ dansini wabra na arehusemi esi ye wono na church nsɛm ɛkyerɛ so mpakaseɛ ade kropoten ya enam so a egya hyehye no ɛbae
ye pra ajanenim na ye hu papa bi no ojani na aba asi eja hia ha na so ya sorry ya yi praja firi aha no so na ya ba ye bua no so ya fa ye phone no so ye pro fire service phone no na o muso amaba ya de ya hu se o ma hye na for ye do your office no ya hu se car na aba na yesu o mu ba bua na ma na o hia ha we no first one no red one no so no the auto phone no e phone repair no so no phone no se na ase ani mobile money wura no so no bibi ase no do emba na bisa me se de na ase but no
Enti Abdul Rahim eno dansini baako na nani tuemu wabra rekosemi esi ye na ensemi nyina emu na assembly member yo no ewo walantu ho Top Hill electoral area Robert Arthur wono so edibi etato no se de kofa gyahye ne ba wo se container na chese electrical fault bi wo ho eno ne ko ba na emom phone shop ho no de enema ewo ho nyina charger wo mo eton earpiece o den Pikura womu amfabi.
It's unfortunate. We also have information there. Jato, one of the containers. Maybe I'm the fire for the highway. But from close information, in fact, it's not very authentic. According to the owner of the container, I assured the electrical fault. Since the meeting, load no doors, so it created. But I can't below it. But almost everything in the container is meant. Mobile vendor shop on it. No, so be my advice there. Fortunately, this is not from a banning of elm, but a panel could be on your useful you have to off it.
Ene ya yekotie yeyi eya assembly member yo wo walantu Top Hill electoral area Ora Robert Arthur na amaniboyi yensan treni opon chicheku ene de bai
afe ma yankwa police sadom no wo ma yen hwehwemu fe kopa wurase eyi abonefo pie CID fo aboboa no krata hyehye emframa hyedamfa sompo ena Chief Inspector Bridget babana won sashase se kasama for edema sadom no titru ewo CID aboboa no na wono se sa cyber vetting enforcement team no a yewra IGP wode ebebo aze se wo munye hwehwemu pa titru ewo wiase nyina pakese no so a ebiada ne dua broni a wo mote so na wo mo ebu amanfo fa so no entimi so wo mpa echi no wo matimi aye adwuma AKOSUA ebi pa echi na wono munya wo mo osoga kope dabala ana afi joji eho na wo mo kyeche wo mo ba ko ne Gideon awudi wadi mfia donu enum na Edem Soku ene Judith Soku se wo mo ya anuafo sa waafo nso ba ko di mfinhia aduasa miensa na Judith di mfinhia aduasa ba ko na hwehwemu no kyese wo mo tena wiase nyina pakese ne so a wo mo timi ye won ho se wo mo ya man aye wo mu akandifo bia o mene onabo asumasi me opa adwuma me boawo na yobi ana yewra IGP nankasa yero tete yehonu wono nso wo mo de ne de na kasa yero tete yehonu wono nso wo mo de ne de na yebi se wo mbeboa ye beboa mo wanya posi mu nom ne ho ade uye no nso to nkyɛn a wo mo to nkyɛn a wo mo timi sa atena pa no so etimi ya se credit timi sa atena pa no so etimi ya se credit card na no ya kura on pass cryptocurrency nyina no wo mo kyɛ se wo mo di hu dwuma sa na fraud wa eno ena mpanimfo etimi didi wo mo nso kakra di wo mo nta wonya wo mpa echi aso ya sabiri wonu mo kokuma wo boa ma enhwemu mapa etimi aye adwuma na police sadom ne se wo mo nte nayo wo mo ye adwuma no pa dendende service with integrity te se de achacha etare na ntwe echi no sada na wo mo nso tare wo mo hwehwemu ho a wo mo ye akwakosi ase enti obi bia a wo de wa se abonefusam na abedie sister ni London enne kura sompa ye se wo cha ade wo ho abo se bi fredi won fredi da kura fredi na wo mo yoyo saa afo ni nyina no wo mbeba mo so mako enti wonnim bia ne waja abone na afi waye papa ne yetime de wasomsompa
Abusua toa ensem no eso On Manyafo Emmanuel Amakofi Boya Swafwa, Washoma Ghana Yansa Senanioma, Wadoma Kumadia Dom Yasu. Now a penny pair Frida Ghana Man Penny Mahama Boni Diape, and I will chant to Madison Coco so at your say a dear friend Sagalam say, and Yadio Bema Quine, I'm a Bia Coso, Away Assassa so, send your Ghana Man Penny, one so a penwono, a beam, Wama for bin more Pepawa Kumapaya Womodie, Wamaya one ma Joneseph Mogudi Manage who Nemono, Wombe Yancha Cheramapa at the Frabine Hono, South Forning in so Obaso one Maserena Fe Washe, Aye be at the Abua. Nayaka Sewoko, Anya Teleku Bokazua, one more quack dear kind of first mining of a operating permit, one more aqua Daniachiri, and no Asher responsible cooperative mining initiative. Ya abano at the buyer no ase. Nina no aye quine any animal tua. Ghana abayin anam the so for ya was sure may yan sase, and an yoma waduma kuma adiadum yaso san ye beye, na a quine ya faswa ye tooth magudieno, ye basakre mu ama chase aya kono aye nika, na entitiama papi noa abamu. Na abrana jumedia sonkui AKOSUA, Yera Emmanuel ama kufibua, oswafoi okasai ewasi.
Of the critical, and let me make it clear, the NDC government is not against mine, he's against irresponsible, destructive mind that destroy our water bodies and our environment and kill us. What we are doing here today is a testament to President Mohammed's commitment to responsible cooperative mining. We have begun this train. We've already identified communities that in the coming weeks we will be going to. We'll go to Nkasiem, we'll go to New Edubiase, Kandema, Dankpurgo, Dwaboso, and so many other areas to launch the cooperative mining scheme.
I was your way, Yera Emmanuel ama Kofibuani attending canon and what you know. And Patriotic Journalist Association against Galamsey, Pajak, one more Assam and Yakin, woman so abo one man sam shra etro say, Yera Emmanuel Amako Fibua Penny Pe Waya pa, and your non one engineer Frank Adwoa Asare, one your national coordinator, Adama responsible cooperative mining and skills development programme, one much rasa na one munyana saso and a nedia yonu, a fan of Magudiamono, yet me a tuana mosa, and I'm swinty, one more patriotic journalist against Galamsey. One man can be Quran one as a Christmas moon ye. I was a woman bomb penny for basso, not Ghana man penny so be set, na sure for ya we one mono. A few way one more any new hamo.
A money boy and Saka and it's a Metro Mass Transit, one more shine bako. Ya, I say any apake, EDC a quine febi war a chimosium, Eko Begro Quantimpoi, is when ye born a watching you any. Ene sheno asay si kwan no eso man for timpotem ho se wo mo atete se mechanical fault bi na mechanical fault a mo metwe car no nkope baby papa bi nsi no wo mo abom se baby aka no esie no ebetimi dia kwanhia aba wo mo aka na wotwe mienu ni ese no da so esi ho enti wo mo nam so mpaka se so ene yama ne boni kwamra nyako atwetwetwe nkomo ene wo mo de ato anim se adawuruma we ya ye kan yete hasa obehu se te na yesan reporto se ka na wo mse asai a esikwa ne vimfia mpenifo akwankofa no obi dia kwakọ ya ntamu ama okra bi ahwe ne nkwanti we die wo mo de sade to aban no anim se hyen no wo metwenko
Bas nso be sensi ho no ekọ 2 weeks ni omo meye ho hwe bas nso to hwe kwa anyame nko aka bi kuma akola bi kura ho bas na chi ho no eti baby pamocha baby a bas ni si na ehu pa kasi akase ni ba enya kwan aji so yen kakra fa ncha na watimi afiri bas do ho no tie pamocha ho mumra meyi bas ni fro man na ehu bas abese yes bas na bese ekọ 2 weeks da na kura ye hu baby afa hawa eda ekwan ya no hanya sam ketwa nene na nse nyame nko a ka accident esi ha enya sam ketwa enu ese ka kola bi kura kaka abono eti apa mo chaw mo hwe dia mo be ya fa ho ama ye enya sam ketwa kura ye ni abere pa mo hwe dia ye be to ja kura to basi
na chese ade no aye serious pa ewo honom wei eyo manfo binom a wo mo ete achimosiem ewo poemantam en wo mo ne yamane boni kwabene nyako etwetwe nkomo a wo mo de saa ensemi aba
abusua ye beda ye ho sesi a na ententem amemfa nkwa asantema mu Public Utility Workers Union pool of 2UC took wo mo na wo mo ni abra wo mo kasa de krata aba echese Ghana Water Corporation womo ensa asebi no won bangalows bi e won potem ho no adehye bi afomafa ya say wo mate say private developer bi kura ba beje aboso a wo tu wo ma firi ho ebubu adan ne biguo na eba sa no wo mo etwetwe ya ne board for kura di nkomo meko yi openso ani na so asa nkomo wo mu di ye ni nyina no private developer won ti asamase still ba bi ogina no ogina eno ene wo ma atwere ho krata de aba se yemfa fidie so ne yemmo so pa ye ma ho ntete wono ma sha kire se bosumi ni de toso de duasa baako 31st all night enya duru so na se saa na woni ne ya won betu ahofo enti krata yi yewura Timothy Nyame won na ye chochofo edema Public Utility Workers Union of TUC eno so ni yegina ni yada ye hutia waba ye ba ensama aka ekire no ye beto aso
Midimafo, Pokwase Maira Accra. Midimafo, Pokwase Maira Accra.
Midimafo Heba Clinic aba Accra.
And you won't hear passengers a gumi kaimui. A hana do one aircraft.
Hey, and this Accra and put away the mo.
And ye the Muampa. The said ye, Educhem Atlantic International University, America Memo, about Dr. Dujanfi Babasu, honorary degree as a professor in biology in herbal medicine. It is said here, I am more. Oh, Mr. Minim wife, your copa war. 1 year, 1 city. Need send the 2 months and 8 years cano. And Miss Connection and said, Uncle, ye, na a sakakra. She say, what Peggy Mama, what you have them.
Connection, what you
are about the crowd. Stroke, so dear, what found small. Chessa, Agyeiwaa who any dear Siano. Yari Bia Tatia, ever Dr. Tamdaso and so. Diabetes, hepatitis B, prostate, hypertension, malaria. Yari Bia. Kumasi say, oh, opposite government school. And then Krahanso. PM or Pokuase Maira Kwanoso. For a doctor 0244 774 282
and 0500 7272 15.
Midimba for Herbal Clinic.
Woodima for Newa.
Obiari hia emwasron kubia epemani ni opepa aye de change onga mama sano boafo FDA Agyeiwaa yin krato yaso
Sompa Achadie 2025 Yaba Bible say nyame sompa pa ne say obi ko wunyanka ene erusia mobo enuti na sompa 93.1 Kumase
Sompa 106.1 Techiman
90.7 Enkransa
Sompa 103.3 Takwa
98.9 Sunyane
and Sompa 106.5 Accra
Yakabom se bronyen yebema enisia ene ekrafo edidi na yanko ayetini age se wo beboa yen
enti say ya anwa emmo tin tomatoes ntade empaboa ye bia wa hyedada wonsan ehia enye ntade dada na emom de yebetime de ya che amano ayeye monfa meboa yen ne yefa mamobrofo ekuna
si prepa obodu ponkomu yenyankopon obeyiye wiye sompa achedie ekunafo ene enyanka ne so wo mu bedidi say sika fatu ahomatrofo iso 0598 559802 mitimu biem 0598 559802 edie wo so yeta 1 media
anasa Blessed Foster na sedi afibia ye sompa achedie ne mamono afi de ne nyame ya domu a eye new year da no ankasa 1st January 2026 and niema yensa kanyina ye beche enti se we kunani a hye so se 1st January 2026 eye new year da no ankasa no sompa branches bia eben wo ahyeta e wo Ghana half na baabia no koho se de be ya wonsa ebetimi aka wo niema eye first come first serve
mo amoye bia fi etwam no emu adanse de mo amunim sompa achede
2025 yaba
Duma Festival 2026.
I feel so. 2026. Duma Festival. Basso. Yeshasie. January 2nd. 3rd. Ekopim 4th. 2026. Ewo Duma Sia.
Stardom. Sunyane Duma Sia. Hobeye de Bruta. Brabe witness the Ghana's finest artists. The likes of Kwaku Smoke. Family.
Me yedi I see me penny pa. The sounds why you see me did.
When the shade.
And I cannot deny all of my love for you.
Now the legendary Ophelia live band in Super Wosono. Sponsors 21st Clinic, down delivery, box and bottles. Jay's Ackley, Big Drop Agency, Cowbell, Twisco, Holy Crest Block Factory, Black Lounge, Isbeth Hotel, Sheila's Executive Hotel and Lodge, Media Partners, Sompa FM, Sompa TV.
Na sada no, obi bi o peso beto ade no. Ombebu kutebo, sika kuma bi ena obetia.
For 024-188-3559. 024-188-3559. Duma Fest, the pride of the people. Duma Fest, where culture comes. Duma Fest, the heartbeat of Duma. Feel the...
TV Emma Aketiapa.
Okre Emma Aketiapa mpa bronya no na ye fro ne sa atwede a ye kro no. Ma yenko wie kase no ewa amanone. Amanone nso no mede okọ England mamu. Ba bi a Benham wo no ehọ na mede owura. Na